You ready? My name's Pablo and I own a workshop in Puhoi, New Zealand called Slow Water Classics. And we specialise in the repair, structural repair and mechanical repair of pre-1980s vehicles. And I'm luckily enough to have the business on my own property, which I live off. So I've got my cows and my vegetable gardens, and I work with a mate of mine who just lives down the road. Yeah. That could be half the length though. Like that. Thank you. We'd had a car here, a Studebaker, a late 50s Studebaker coupe. And Darcy, my fabricator who works alongside me, he's a really clever guy actually. He folded up all the inner sills and the middle sills. He bought new floor pans, bought outer sills and some outriggers. He spent a week or so welding all that together for us. So today I get to just put it into primer, give it a clean, put it into primer, and get it ready to go home. Righto. Morning. Today at the farm we got going on is Darcy here is actually working on my car, which has been about 3 years in the making. I overheated it terribly, and as a consequence we had to strip the entire thing and rebuild it. But it's finally going back together, which I'm pretty stoked about. And we got Jack over there working on a 1960s Volvo, which got imported as an ex-rally car, imported from Western Australia in Perth. But when it got here, it actually looked quite good. And I'll give you some images of it so you can see what it looked like. But the thing is stuffed. If you come have a look. Then you can see the entire structure of the car is stuffed. And it's all got to be remade. It's going to go back on the road here as a street car, as a road car. It's a long way away from that. But we'll get there. This just takes time. Jack's clever enough. He's folded up the rear section to go in the car, which is awesome. That's what he's cutting out from the rear of it at the moment. And then over here, what I've been doing is last week I got this back from the paint shop, this one here. Jack fitted the doors up because they weren't fitting very well, and then we've put the trim all back on the outside of it, bumpers on, stickers on the side for the GTS, which look pretty sharp. And then my job today is to put this back together, which was imported from the UK. Came in, stripped it out, found the structure that needed repairing. So Darcy made this rear panel here in the car, which you can see has all been painted. So he made this section here and the section over the other side where someone had put speakers into it. But we don't allow that in New Zealand because of structural rules. And so my job today is to put the sound deadening back into it, glue all the interior back into it, put the seats back in, put the hood back on, and get it looking like a car again. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on. I've lost the glue, but what I really hate in British, really expensive cars, actually any cars, where the interior is all glued in, it's like a pet peeve of mine when you open the doors or you hop in and the trim's pulling away because it hasn't been glued properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the entire car, and when I put it in, I'm going to glue it really thoroughly so I know when it leaves here, the owner gets his car back and the trim's not going to fall off on him. I have to not make a mess with the glue though. Using a lot of glue is a good thing, but it also have to be super careful not to get it. Otherwise you have sticky spider webs everywhere and your hands are stuck together, your paintbrush is stuffed. I actually don't know what I'm looking for. I just want it to fit perfectly, not half-ass. And then I can put the trim, perfect. See, I cut that hole there so that trim would sit over. Have to have a break. Sometimes you'll spend hours and hours on trying to do something, and you'll sit down and have a coffee and it'll take you 1 minute after your coffee. It like falls together. Like that. Much better. Sick, rad. Give it a wipe. It's got my son's lambs. Yeah. Got the lambs. There for Ag Day at school. And then we've got a party coming up in October and they're going to be dinner. One to us is Oreo. She actually used to be way darker, so she looked like an Oreo. And the other one's Love Head. It's because he's got a love heart on his head? No other reason. My son named them. Springtime's fun here when you get all the new baby animals. Yeah. Back we go. Hey darling, come on.
Like in a car tyre, you know, when you sit down, when your base plate's a little tender.
Oh yeah, that'd be perfect, eh? Are they inflatable?
Oh yeah.
Like you can make them bigger and...
They also call them hemorrhoid cushions.
This cushion's got flat.
No, we were discussing ways of how to pack the turbo, and Jack came up with a brilliant idea of putting a car tyre so you can inflate it to get it to its thus, because it's really heavy and difficult to do.
You know, like a wheelbarrow tyre?
Oh, there is method to the madness, Pablo.
Sure there is, though.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Pack it and she'll carry on. It's a continuation of the day before, or the day 2 days before. Interior's in, seats are back in. New seat belts, we had to put the mounts in. Seat belt mounts, 3 of them. And then the certifier came around this morning and signed off all the work I did on it. And we got the cert plate attached. And then finished putting it together, and hopefully we're going to put the hood on and take it for a drive, see how it goes. I've got to sort out the mechanical stuff after I've done all the structural and the seatbelt stuff. But generally the mechanical stuff's much easier than the compliance for New Zealand. It was easy. It's not always that easy. Mysterious rubber. Location found. One, two, 4, 5, 8 there. That slides over there. So put it down gently. Will it start is the next question, eh?